Hi everybody, this is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, November 11th. I just got off a red-eye flight from Las Vegas the PubCon conference. I got in here about 2 hours ago, and just wanted to give the recap for the week. The first thing was that I want to talk about is basically the November Google Webmaster Report, which I do every month or so based off a Webmaster World Thread. The main things people were talking about, at least recently, is that it seems like Google's testing two different types of indexes in the search results. These are what people were saying. So people are suspecting that a new index will be released soon. There's a higher level of spidering activity with Googlebot, and the East Coast blackouts had a major impact on traffic as well as sales. And then I go through the main things that we discussed over the past month over at the Search and Roundtable. If you want that, take a look at it. I posted it earlier this week, the November 2011 Google Webmaster Report. Also this week there was a November Google PageRank update. The last one was about 3 months ago. They do one every 3-4 months or so. And there was a PageRank update. We have, 23 comments about it. Doesn't really mean anything, but there was a PageRank update this week. Google's Matt Cutts at PubCon announced that one of the changes that they're going to be making this year, probably in 2012, is to start looking at page layout, what content's above the fold, if there's ads in distracting areas and stuff like that, as part of the ranking algorithm. So if you have ads right above your content and it's kind of distracting and people might accidentally click on those ads, that might be a reason why your site might be penalized. In addition, it's basically, this is not a new concept. We talked about it in 2004 as block or passage level link analysis and page layout concepts. In 2009, basically where the content on your page is positioned, not in the code, but in the actual page, is going to be a factor. I spoke to Matt about this, and I said, hey, I thought this was actually, Matt Cutts at Google, I thought this was actually something you guys were doing, and he basically said, yeah, but they're actually going to ramp it up a lot in 2012. Not exactly sure what it means by a lot, but it's going to obviously make an impact. So I'm thinking if you have ads in places that you really should have content, it might be a demoter versus a promoter. And also, if you notice this, but in the blog post itself, I put up this graphic, and behind the Googlebot is the Google AdSense, basically heat map, which tells publishers where to place the ads, and they typically say place those ads where people would actually see the content, so they'll click on it. So it's something that I put in there. I didn't mention it. I want to mention in the video. There was a person who actually commented, which I like. I felt that was funny. Google is now displaying these rich snippets on search results, but it's more like a sources type of thing, where in the previews pane, they actually show a lot more rich data on the right-hand side. So for like Wikipedia results or for Twitter results, I'm going to show you a screenshot of what it looks like, but it shows a lot of rich content on the right-hand side, which again saves you from clicking into the actual website, but at the same time will probably upset publishers and site owners. Google's Matt Cutts spoke about browser-specific cloaking. Last week I think we talked about how Google did a video about cloaking in general, how cloaking is allowed or not allowed, and now Matt Cutts was asked specifically about browser-specific cloaking, meaning using, based on the browser, serving up different type of content or different type of optimization techniques. And the bottom line is, Matt said, the easiest explanation to serve Googlebot a saved version of your web page that would work in any browser that you support, with the exception that someone viewing the cached version of the page could be using any browser. So basically, serve the any version of your website to Googlebot, and anybody using a special browser, you can definitely do different things, but don't be malicious. It's all about intent. And if you want to learn more about that, November 9th at seroundtable.com. Matt Cutts also said that 302 hijacks have not worked in years. We had a Black Hat SEO panel at PubCon where Ziv talked about things that worked and didn't work, and he specifically said that 302 redirects hijacking techniques actually do work if done right. Matt Cutts said it hasn't worked in years, or he hasn't seen a successful case of it working in years. He said that at Hacker News. So we posted about that November 10th. That's just some insights for you. Google launched Google Plus Pages, which is obviously something that, it's like Facebook Pages, but a little more Google Plus-ish. I haven't set mine up yet for the Search and Roundtable. I did it for Rusty Rick, but I haven't set up for Search and Roundtable because my account is kind of a limbo. So I'll let you know when to subscribe to it. But the main thing is now you can do direct searches where you hit plus, start typing the name of the page. Let's say plus, I don't know, Google, or plus G, and it'll say, all right, here's a Google Plus page for Google, and it'll take you directly to the Google Plus page right in direct search, right when you're doing a Google search, which is interesting. And obviously, you know, Google removed the plus operator a couple weeks ago, when obviously Google said it has nothing to do with this, but I don't know if that's true. Again, I probably sound like don't know what I'm talking about. I'm really tired, so I'm sorry. Another topic this week was Apple Siri being a major competitor for Google. And there was a big article by Kevin talking about, Google Siri is a major threat to you. And he basically said the question isn't whether Siri is a search engine that can replace Google's search box. It's a different kind of search engine, one that can be the future. Basically, what Siri is it's basically saying that you talk to Siri. My iPhone's over there. But you basically talk to Siri, and Siri will say, all right, based on your query, what you're asking me, I'm going to either go to Google, I'm going to go to Yelp, I'm going to go to Wolfram Alpha, I'm going to go to weather.com. They're basically using Siri is making the decision of what search engine, either the general search engine like Google, or a vertical search engine like Yelp or like weather.com, whatever it might be, to answer your question. And that's a major threat to Google. Obviously, Google has Google Voice, so we'll see what happens. But now Apple's really creeping up on Google, whereas Google was creeping up on Apple with the iPhone. Like I said, this week was PubCon. We covered a lot of sessions. I mean, I did most of them myself, but Brian helped out on a couple, I think a few, 3 or 4 sessions. Obviously, you don't want to miss some of them. Definitely take a look at the day 2, where I covered the hot topics from Matt Cutts and Amit Segal, Matt's boss, which is really cool. He's like a real pure guy when it comes to talking about search. It's like Matt knows about all the people who want to manipulate search, and he understands the reasoning behind that. But Amit from Google's like, he's like a pure guy, where it's like, why would anybody want to hurt, mess up the search results in Google? Why would anybody want to do that when you have this provides such beauty in terms of giving users, searchers, what they want? He doesn't. I guess he understands it, but at the same time, you can see from how he talks that that is a real pure look at how search results should be. And anybody who's trying to make those search results unpure, it's like, I don't want to speak to you. At the same time, obviously, he knows what's going on. It's just you get that sense from him. And again, I don't know if I'm making sense because I'm just totally tired, so I apologize. But definitely take a look at the sessions, and thank you, Brian, for helping out. And finally, today is Veterans Day, and there's a special logo with a tree with a yellow ribbon, which symbolizes, obviously, support of troops. It's also 11/11/11. I'm surprised Google didn't have a little thing in there for 11/11/11. Maybe they'll have something at 11/11/11 at 11:11 a.m. this morning. We'll see. But you can definitely take a look at the logo. And for all those veterans, thank you for everything. And everyone, have a great weekend. And I'll get some sleep. And hopefully you guys will get some sleep. Everyone have a great night. And I'll speak to you next week. Everyone, bye.